Hello, this video is how to sell your house fast for top dollar using transferable seller financing, which is a new twist. Because in today's subprime meltdown, the bailout and bank failures, it's becoming extremely difficult to sell a house because banks are failing all the time. They've increased their parameters so that buyers need 20% down payments. They need verifiable income. They've got to have perfect credit scores, no blemishes, no dings or anything like that. The buyer pool has shrunk way down. So the buyer pool has just gotten out of hand. So the typical ways people are selling their house is for sale by owner, and you may be doing this already, where you have open houses, you have people coming and looking at your house, you put a sign in your yard, you run classified ads, you might go on a website like forsalebyowner.com or something like that. But the problem is that you don't know if those buyers can qualify or not, because nobody knows until the actual closing takes place, because the banks may change their mind at the last moment, change their parameters, or may even go out of business. So it's very tough to find a buyer these days. You can use a real estate agent, which will handle all that stuff for you. They'll do the open houses, they'll run the ads, things like that, listed on the MLS. But you still have and they'll charge you a commission, but they do a good job of that. But they still, you still don't know if your buyer is going to qualify until the last minute. And so what we're looking for is the new buyer pool, and the new buyer pool is basically the old buyers that could qualify for a loan. And these are people with less than perfect credit, but they've got a down payment, they've got a good income, and things like that. So the way we find these buyers is we offer owner financing. Now, you're going to actually get cashed out at the closing with this technique, but this is just the way we find these buyers for you. So if you imagine if you could run an ad that says owner financing, low down payment, no bank qualifying, fixed interest rate, call Sam the seller at 503-123 da 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 da. You will get a flood of buyers, because there's a lot of buyers out there with a down payment. They just can't qualify at the bank, and they are looking for a fixed interest rate, because we all know the horror stories of an adjustable rate. So these are the types of buyers you're looking for, and you will get a flood of phone calls for them. These are C credit buyers. They might have a 600 or so credit score. I mean, we're talking about good buyers here. These are people with incomes. There's a lot of them out there. Right now, maybe 50% of the buyers fall into this category with a down payment, maybe 10% down. I can work with less, but 10% down is the ideal candidate. They've got a job, they've got income, they're looking for a house and they're looking to become a homeowner. They just can't qualify through a conventional financing. So with transferable seller financing, basically you would create a note with the buyer, and you would transfer that note to us, and then we pay you cash at, or sometime at the closing table. You walk away with cash. So we structure this whole note and everything ahead of time. We pre-qualify your buyer that you bring to us after we show you how to run the ads to attract these buyers, exactly how to do it step by step. I have an ebook that I'll talk about later. I'm going to send you. I might have already sent it to you. We're going to structure that note ahead of time. You're going to know exactly how much you're going to get. You're going to walk away from the closing table with. Everything's going to be up front and above board, so you'll know exactly how it's going to work before we get there. I'm just trying to give you an overview of how the program works. We use the largest note buyer in the United States to do this. Been in business since 1994, creating these types of notes and selling them, and buying them and transferring them at the closing. So you're going to be able to offer owner financing. It's going to attract a large buyer pool of people with down payment and job history. We're going to pre-approve those buyers, pick the best one for your house, and you're going to walk away from the closing table with money in your pocket and your house sold. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's safe because it all goes through escrow and a title company. It's all just like it's a regular bank. It's just we're using my group of private investors that actually buy this note from you, and then we sell those on the secondary market in what's called a REIT. Now, the advantage of doing it this way is you're going to get premium offers, because as I told you about those A credit buyers earlier, the people with perfect credit and the income that can qualify for a loan, well, they're able to actually go to the bank and buy one of the bank's repossessions right from them at 50, 60 cents on the dollar. And maybe they might have to put a coat of paint on the house and some new carpet or something, but they're getting the house so cheap that they're willing to do that. So they're not going out to houses that and paying full price for them in today's market price, because they know they are in the driver's seat. They can actually go buy any house for 50. There's foreclosures left and right. Unless they've had their head in the sand, they know that they can go buy a house for pretty cheap. So with these kind of buyers that we're looking for, their options are pretty limited on what houses they can buy. So if you can offer owner financing, you're going to attract a lot more buyers, because they're going to come in and they're going to say, I like the house, but the most important thing I like is the owner financing that's being offered. And so they aren't going to be in the position to do any bargaining. And we can get the deal closed within 30 days after the offer is going to get done. So the advantage to you is you get their house sold with money in your pocket, and you walk away from closing just like you sold it any other way. You don't have any more ties to that house. You don't have to collect payments. You don't have to do anything, because we've bought the note from you. The buyer's happy because they couldn't qualify for a loan before, but now using the transferable seller financing, they were able to qualify for that loan, and everybody's happy. This also works with short sales. So if your house is in foreclosure, or you know somebody that's house is in foreclosure, we don't have any seasoning issues with it, so we can negotiate with the bank, get a discount on the house in foreclosure, and work with a pre-qualified buyer that we've already pre-qualified, and put the deal together and save the house from foreclosure. Now, you can do this yourself. You can run the ads, and I'm going to send you an ebook that explains exactly what ads to run, how to have open house. I'm going to provide you with the applications, everything you need to get started if you want to do it yourself. But that's going to take a little effort on your part, and it's going to take more than 7 days. But I'm more than happy to provide you with all the tools if you want to do it yourself, and I'll provide the financing, the whole bit. Or you can use my buyers, because I'm always marketing for these buyers, because when I sell my houses, I sell them either lease option or on owner financing, and I use this transferable owner financing on some properties also. So I'm always marketing for these buyers, because I'm looking for buyers all the time, because I'm not just selling one house. I've got lots of houses that I'm selling, so I've always got more buyers than I have houses. So basically, you would just plug right into my system and use one of my buyers, and I would hook up the buyer that, people are looking for different properties. I have a database of buyers, hundreds of them, with down payments, job history, the whole bit, that just cannot qualify for conventional loan. So you need to fill out the details form. Tell me about your house. Now, if you want to do it yourself, I'll be happy to send you the information. The ebook's on its way probably. But if you want me to do it, fill out the details form, sharpen your pencil, because the more flexible on your price that you can be, the more I can help you, the more buyers I'm going to be able to provide, and the faster I can get this done for you and get the house out of your life. So fill out the details form, and we'll see if your house qualifies for this program, and I will send you the ebook, How to Sell Your House in 2 weeks, and it gives you a step-by-step blueprint. Just consider that on its way to you. In this program, you do need equity in your house, so if you don't have equity and you need another solution, I can do other solutions. I have other owner financing techniques, and I have the lease option program, the rent to own program. So that'll be on another video. Check that out. And just the most important thing is to fill out the information form below. I'll get back with you, and we'll chat, and we'll figure out what's the best solution for you according to how fast you need to sell your house and that type of thing. So really sharpen your pencil. Let's get this done for you. Figure out the best solution for you, and we'll take care of you. Thank you.